What's up, you too? Happy Tuesday. Let me ask you a question to all you agency builders. Have you ever thought what it costs you to hire one agent on the real? Have you ever thought about that? Because I see a lot of you guys out there, man, recruiting like the world's about to end. How much does it cost you to hire one good agent? Well, for me, it's expensive. Very expensive. But we'll get to that in just a minute. I want to share with you guys, what it costs for a group of people that most would consider major company. And for myself, over the last few years, I've had a chance to work with a variety of different IMO owners, agency players. When it comes to lead generation, I've had that privilege. Helping them get on the telephones, helping them with leads. And in this particular case, I've been able to get close to a friend that is running a major operation when it comes to Medicare sales, as well as life. And if you were to ask him how much money it costs for him to find a good agent, the number would blow your brains. The number that most of you out there today couldn't even muster. But then again, not only yourself, but myself, we're out there diligently recruiting. And I'm going to give you an example of what I mean, how expensive. So my buddy, he hired an extra 15 people on a salary basis, otherwise known as LOA. And what this means for all you new guys, it means that you go to work for this agency, man. He's going to pay you an hourly rate. And for that hour that he pays you, your job is literally to answer phones, make phone calls, place Medicare. He provides you with a computer. You can work from home. But come Monday through Friday, you're on the phones 40 hours. Just like if you would go to an office building, same thing. So my buddy goes out, interviews, the cost of interviewing. Then he hires 15 new people. And each and every one, he ships off a new computer. So let's just say, for example, each computer's $500. On top of this, for 5 weeks, he covers these 15 people's salaries, making anywhere from $18 to $20 per hour. And before they even get tested and released, he's easily spent a good $60,000 just in salaries to get people trained, equipment just to get people trained. And in his case, he started with 15 that went through the 5 weeks of training, collected on that payroll, received their computer. And at the end of those 5 weeks, only 8 of them actually stayed on board with the company. So half of those agents was a loss. Ouch. Think about that. So if you spent over 60,000 and half of those didn't make it day one, that was a loss for the company. That was the cost of finding talent. Since that day, which I also made a video about, it's been now 3 weeks. And out of those 8 people, half of them have not been able to make their goal every single week, meaning they've had zeros, many, many more days than they've had wins. Think about that. So there in itself is a loss to the agency owner. Ouch. The other half, check this out. Half of those, meaning 2, are actually hitting their basic goals that the agency put out to them. And those another two are superstars that are doing double what the goal was. So think about that for a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. My buddy spent $60,000 just to get people trained, 15 people. For 8 agents, he's investing $10,000 plus a week in leads. And when it's all said and done, only 4 of those agents are considered keepable in terms of them hitting their goals, not to mention destroying the leaderboard or the goals that they were given. So as you can see, it costs a lot of money to find the right people, to train the right people. And even when you do all of that, only a small percentage of agents are going to have the right attitude, are going to be optimistic, are going to be eager to learn and implement, because that's really the only difference between these 8 agents. They're all got talent. They all passed their interviews. They all went through the training. Everyone got the same treatment, but it all comes down to an attitude. An attitude, guys, is something that you really can't train on per se. An agent has to have it in it. They got to have that desire, you know, as Mr. Stone used to say, they got to have a burning desire to succeed. So what does that mean for you as an agency builder? Well, it means that not everyone's going to make it. It also means that you must give everybody an opportunity to make it by providing training that's consistent across the board. And for a lot of you guys that aren't recruiting based on hiring people and doing it that manner, which is very expensive, you got to be very careful when you recruit and not spend enough time with that agent, because guess what? Chances are it's going to increase the mortality rate for you and your agency higher, because those agents won't have a chance. And all that energy and time that you made making recruiting videos, seminars, all of that is just increasing your cost as you go out and find talent. One of my mentors used to always say, don't marry your agents. And the last few weeks, as I've been really just looking into what my buddy's been doing and just how much money they put up to find talent, it just reinforces the fact that training's important and leads are important. But more importantly is having the desire to win. So if you're an agent out there and your manager wants it more than you do, that should be a problem for you, and that should be a major red flag. If you find yourself in sales meetings with your upline or mentor, and all it is them trying to pump you up because you just can't find it in your day to find the good in this business, you're not going to make it. Because just like my buddy proves, he controls the environment from start to finish, and only a small percentage of those people are going to be superstars, and a very small percentage of those people are going to even make the goals that they set out to, because over 50% of them aren't going to even get close. Just crazy. Not to mention, if you're giving advances to agents and agents aren't making it, all that stuff's rolling up to you. So it's even making it more expensive when you're going out there finding talent. So if you're a builder, I hope this information really opened your eyes to make sure that every part of your agency's on point. Because when it's not, obviously people aren't going to make it, and it's all a loss that eventually comes up to you. It's called roll-up debt. And it's just like any debt, you don't see it at first, but eventually it creeps up on you and wipes out and takes your lunch. So what is it currently costing you to going out there and hiring an agent? For some of you, the price is way too damn high, and you need to maybe stop that part of your business and focus on selling insurance instead of going out there and hiring a bunch of losers that aren't going to make it anyways. And for those of you guys that are committed to hiring, training, and really provided an equal opportunity, you need to make sure you got leads. You need to make sure people are actually getting trained. And more importantly, you need to go out and find people that are self-motivated, because if you're thinking that you're just going to implant some magical pill of motivation in people every day, boy, you're in for a surprise. Because I want to say most people, again, are negative, like at my buddy's business model. 50% of those people are just negative. They got all the talent in the world, but everything about their platform is negative. The leads are weak, people aren't buying, and they're always finding something negative to a negative. They're never going to win. So with that said, put some thought into what I'm saying. If you're interested in learning how to sell final expense over the phone, give me a call. We've been generating inbounds for several months now. They're hot. We are at our max cap right now. So if you're looking for volume, give me a call. We can maybe accommodate you. But right now, it's just been a hit. Customer initiated inbounds, guys. It's the future. Peace.